Well, I just got through posting quite a bit of pictures on Facebook, and as you can see, all the pictures were based on this ring, this very special ring. Now, this ring is definitely unique because the super fact is, it's the Philadelphia Eagles ring. Our first Super Bowl championship. Um, this ring means quite a lot to us Eagles fans around the country, around the world, and particularly in Philadelphia. Um, this is our first championship, and it will never be taken away from us. Because the fact is, we waited over 50 years to win the Super Bowl championship, with our last ring being in the 60s. And during that time, it was just NFL championships. It wasn't Super Bowls at the time. Pretty much like the college games. Today, college games is actually national championships, but it actually started with the NFL when it was just, I think, 10 or 11 games prior to that time. And the more games that you won, the best team go to the NFL championship between the AFC and the NFC. And the Eagles have won three of the championships, and they have quite a bit of NFC East championships and quite a bit NFC conference championships. Now, those rings, I'm not sure if I be old enough to get them all, but when I do, I plan on get maybe two or three of those rings. But but right now the focus is on this ring, and this ring is definitely a beauty. As you can see, it has the diamond at the top of the trophy above the eagle's head, where the trophy is in between the head itself, among the green emblem as well. Um, World Championships 2017, and that's the banner behind me. That's self-evident in itself. You know what I'm saying? And then right there on the door is another banner, but that banner is short compared to this one. So I mean, our first championship Super Bowl ring, we won that. It was a special season, and we were being doubted the rest of that whole season. But it all started with the game against the New York Giants, where it was tied, I think 13-13, and the winning field goal is by 3 points. The Eagles won that game 16-13 against the New York Giants at New York. That game was spectacular, and that game kind of like broke the barriers for the entire season. Now, we lost three games along the way, you know what I'm saying? But those three games don't matter when you win the NFC or the Super Bowl championship ring, which is what I now bestow above my right index finger. And so I am still completely blown away because not only that, I was able to get myself a championship title made for that season. And then right there on the very far end, you can't hardly see it, but it's the NFC Conference Championship belt, a little small belt that I got offline. And it's amazing that after all the crap that we went through that year, we still going to wind up going all the way by beating the Atlanta Falcons 15-13. Then you wind up beating the Minnesota Vikings for that. Cause those were road games. We beat the Falcons at Falcon. No, those home. So those were home games. We beat Minnesota at home and beat the Falcons at home. And en routing to our Super Bowl, um, yeah, through the Super Bowl, cause that Minnesota game was the divisional rounds, and if I'm not correct, um, yeah, that was it. That was it. The NFC Conference Championship was against the Minnesota Vikings. We won that game 38-7, and then we beat the Falcons 15-10. I'm sorry, I said 15-13. I meant 15-10, and that was a battle in itself. Those were home games. because we had the best record in that conference, and we wound up going all the way. You know what I'm saying? So that was our season. Um, we were predicted to go back the next following year, but a lot of things has happened in 2018 that led to us being 9-7, going to the playoffs against the Chicago Bears. We won that game, and then we lost that game against um, the Saints at New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So we lost that game, and then this season just passed, we wound up going into the playoffs again, but we lost that game against the Seattle Seahawks. So a lot of things are still looking up for this team. The thing is, we got to go ahead and get some wide receivers and get some new prospects on defense, offense, special teams, definitely, because I can't remember the last time the Eagles had blocked the kick. I can't remember the last time the Eagles had returned a kick for a touch, return a kickoff or a punt return for a touchdown. So a lot of things need to be added to this roster, and a lot of things need to be subtracted from the roster. I'm not even gonna go to specific names. Some of you guys know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gotta go that far. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this off season because after the Super Bowl, a week or two, we got the free agents. That when that kicks off, actually, March. Yeah, I'm sorry. Free agency kicks off in March. It starts a month before the NFL draft. So, but guys gonna start getting released from teams after the Super Bowl. So, I mean, a lot of speculation between who we gonna bring in via free agency or who we gonna draft via the NFL draft. So a lot of things is speculated between now and then, but we can't concentrate on now and then because right now, this week alone, they coming Sunday in the Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the Chiefs and the 49ers. Now, my team is the Eagles, but I'm not even going to speculate and pick between teams because both teams are good on offense, both teams are good on defense. There is a minus between both defenses, and there's some minuses between both offenses. So we can sit here all day and speculate on who's the best, who ain't the best, what the weaknesses and what not the weaknesses, what the strengths and what not the strengths. I mean, it's a lot of things to be talked about in the head, but if you're not a commentator, and it don't need you even going that far. So we're just fans, and fans stick with what we know. And that's the way it is. That's how it's been in the NFL. So, this video really was probably about this ring, but I went so far into details about how the ring, how we got such and such going into free agency and all that nonsense. So, but for now, I'm just enjoying my shiny because this ring means a lot to us Eagle fans. It's our first championship, our first Super Bowl, and our first championship in over 50 plus years, but it's our first Super Bowl since our last two tries. We are now 1-2 in the Super Bowl, and Reed 0-1, and David Mills 0-1. So that's your Super Bowl history right there. You know what I'm saying? You had two great coaches. They both got our team to the Super Bowl, but sometimes there is some missteps or some mishaps between both Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Because the Eagles, now when the Eagles played the Raiders in the Super Bowl, we lost that game 21-10 or somewhere longer, but I'm not exactly sure what it was, but we lost that game against the Raiders, and the Eagles went into that game was the all favorite to win that Super Bowl. But I think they missed or underestimated the Raiders. And that's why they lost that game 21-10 or 7 or whatever the score was. Although the Eagles didn't even score. They might have scored a touchdown or they might not. I'm not exactly sure about the history of that. But all I know is that game we lost. And the Eagles haven't gone back to the Super Bowl in years. You know what I'm saying? Or the playoffs. We've been to playoffs quite a bit times. But we never been back to the Super Bowl until Andy Reid came to the Eagles in 1999. With it being 6 years after that, going to the Super Bowl, and off that game against the New England Patriots, 30, 31-20. I think that's what the score was, or might have been a little less than that. All I know is we lost that game, and McNabb threw over 200 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Now, the last interception was the killer, cause I remember watching that game here, and here down south. We have a we used to have casinos there, but it ain't that many casinos now. They kind of being extinct. So I went to watch that game with a former friend of mine at one of those casinos, and at a big screen they had down there. So you had a bunch of New England Patriot fans down there, and a lot of other, and less Eagle fans, but a lot of Patriot fans down there. So we won. We lost that game, and haven't been back in years up until Doug Peterson came, because majority of the guys on between Andy Reid getting fired up until when Chip Kelly came and got rid of some of the guys from Andy Reid's um, NFL team, and then Peterson had to come and rebuild the team within 2 years to get back to the Super Bowl. He rebuilt the team in 2016, yeah, 2015 and 2016 and 2017. They bought better players between both times, the draft and the free agency, and they were able to rebuild and get back on the run that they had. You know what I'm saying? So they won the Super Bowl. They won the NFC Conference Championship and all the above, the NFC East. They won it all. You know what I'm saying? So now with it being this season passed, went 97 and got back to the playoff, but on to exit by the Seattle Seahawks. So wow, I mean that's pretty much the not the history but the breakdown between this Super Bowl ring and the previous one we could have won. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video for you guys. I hope you all got a good preview. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also like it. And let me know what you think about the video. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this session. EAGLES, Eagles!